Stan! Got another one!
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, everybody. I've got the truck unloaded. All the gear is just sitting there waiting to be loaded on my back. Then I got to jump on the Suron, head 9 kilometers down the shoreline, meet up with Stan, and today we're going to detect the site that we've been working on, which we propose could be the actual Fort La Ronde 1780s to early 1800s. More detecting needed to figure that out. So that's today's plan. We're going to be working under the eclipse today. So today's the day of the great eclipse. Full eclipse. I'm just going to have to remind Stan, you know, eyes down on the ground. The Mayans might have appreciated that stuff, but we don't have the equipment. Doesn't really interest me burning out my eyeballs to... People keep asking me, Gary, are you going to take pictures of this thing? No, I'm not, because it's not good to point your camera directly at the sun either. Remember that, folks. Today is detecting only, so let's get this party started. So if anyone was wondering, 9 kilometers each way, 18-kilometer round trip took 16% of the Suron battery. So we're going to try it again, probably 2 more times before I charge the bike. I almost made it to the site when the tripod fell off my back and broke the phone holder. So there won't be any still shots in today's video. So here's where I was digging the other day. And there's all the glass and bits and pieces that were coming out. And I'm going to continue on right here. Just there's more stuff down here. Stoneware that I was working on. All kinds of stuff in here. Okay, I didn't even start digging, and I saw something lying in the top of the hole here. And it's a shotgun stamp, number 12 DC Company trap. I've never heard of that. I've never dug one of those before. And I did find it online. That's what I'm holding in my hand right there, guys. That's what we just found, shotgun stamp. Okay, the DC Company head stamps were used from 1886 to 1911. And I did find this exact cartridge, and all it says is pre-1910. So it could be anywhere from the 1880s up to 1910. Eustache Le Ronde, who was the trader that ran the fort, wherever it was, whether it was here, whether it was down further, it was here, was purported with his brothers to be here running this from the 1780s to 1820. In 1820, they moved the fort. Stan and I both agree that more than likely they just moved their operation over to the French River side of Lake Nipissing. But the historians say they literally moved the fort. Now, Stan says that's never going to happen in a canoe, and yes, he's right. Okay, they wouldn't be taking logs over there, towing them behind. But I said in the winter, when the lake is frozen, maybe with draft horses, maybe it wouldn't have been that much of a struggle to load this thing up and ski it across the ice. That is a possibility. Okay, I just pulled another bottle out of here. Guys, this is pre-1900s. I can tell from the color of this glass, that nice shiny green. This is 1880 stuff. Here's another one. Look at the color of that glass. That is a late 1800s bottle. You can tell by the top and also the color. Look at that fancy old piece of glass. This is the kind of site I live for, 1800 stuff, guys. My objective today is to find something that they threw here that's not broken. Hopefully. We're going to also turn over a bunch of these bricks. I want to move all these brick piles. There's like 8 brick piles around here. Stan was saying that the foundation is up here above me, that they had built a chimney in later years, and that it fell over and splashed, and this is the last pile down here. But I think it's more than that. There are bricks all over. JTC or JTG, I haven't been able to find anything on these bricks. But today also, I want to move a bunch of those and detect around and under those areas where the bricks are, because you never know what we're going to find in there as well. So right on the edge of where I'm digging, look, more brick. I wondered if that C was actually a G. Let's give this a thorough brushing. Does that look like a G or a C to you guys? I think it's a C. Wait a minute, I just pulled a second brick out here and I was giving it the spritz. It looks like JTE. JTE, JTC, JTE, JTC. Which one is it? I'm gonna give my buddy Doug a call, see if he knows anything. I don't know if you watched the last couple of videos. Stan and I are down here. We're working on the theory of Fort LaRonde being here.
Oh yeah.
Because I pulled 3 trade axes out of here now.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
A full one the other day, a broken one a few days before that, and now we're on the site here. We're in the dump, but the reason I'm calling you is there's all kinds of bricks here.
Okay.
And I know you're kind of know your brick stuff.
A little bit.
JTE, JTC, or JTG? I think it's JTC.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen them before.
But
I just forget who the manufacturer was though.
I can't find anything on this, and so I pulled up another brick, I spritzed it, and this one looks like JTE, but the majority, Stan and I both thought, were JTC. And these bricks are all over this site, like it's more than a chimney. Like I think there was a brick building here.
It's very possible.
Um,
It wouldn't be worth salvaging, so they would just leave it, right?
yeah, so 50s would be when bricks were started being made?
So when we came to Powassan, we were making them it was before 1897 that we were making them, before then.
Okay. But I think the original oldest bricks around were somewhere in that 1850 era, right? Like they didn't make bricks before that, I don't think.
Well, you had to use something, so there was clay and mortar and stuff for the older style chimneys. But yeah, there was bricks coming. So a lot of stuff was shipped in too, eh?
Yeah.
Like, because 1897, the railway came through to North Bay, and that really opened up a lot of trade then. Like guys that were making brick would trade orders with other companies, because they might have had a different color, you know.
Okay.
Different shade. So there can be a way to identify them too with what color they are. Like if they're a real deep orange or more of a dark color, eh?
Well, they're pretty dirty right now, Doug. They're covered in moss and they're pretty dirty. And you know what? There's actually piles of them down in the lake as well, Doug.
Really?
Like there's so many of them here. It wasn't just a chimney. It had to be a building. So I wanted to show you guys. I found another one here and it's clearly JTC, which is what we thought before. And here's a glass stopper that went in the top of those bottles. This one's broken, unfortunately. It's brown, so it doesn't go with any of those blue bottles we found. But it's period. It's proof. Also, I want to show you guys, because where I'm digging right there is coming off the slope. The foundation is up there. And in a passage written in 1850, the gentleman was saying that the unpalisaded fort was located down at the mouth of the river, which is it's not that far from here along the shoreline. But that's not where it was, because he talks about a potato field. There are no potato fields down there. But if you look right here behind us, this flat, this is all potato field. Right here. Right behind the foundation. So using their own words from the 1850s, you know, it makes sense that this is the site. 2 stone foundations here on site, and then right here is a farmed field right behind the foundation. I'm pretty sure a grade school kid could tell us, hey, it's all fitting together. Okay, so as I'm moving down, I'm just scanning. There's something there we're going to check out. Well, that's what was setting off the detector. I don't know what it is. It's a wire attached to some kind of folded piece of, almost feels like a copper pliable. What is this? It doesn't seem to be broken. It's rounded on each end. It's metal, but I don't know what. I mean, there's just more and more stuff. I just keep digging. There was a brick, more bottles, more stoneware in there. This weird thing. Well, another broken one, but look at how crude the top on that is. It's crooked. Full of green stuff. Broken. So the entire area that I'm working in is also full of little tiny square nails. Right full. You know, could be 50 of them in here, who knows more. Just everywhere I move the pinpointer, little square nails. Okay, and there's an old foods tin of some kind. Right here. Just came out. That was deep. That was down there under the roots. So, I mean, that's, again, probably 1800s. And then I find this in there. It's a Bakelite comb of some kind. So early 1900s, I don't know, did they have that stuff? Late 1800s? I don't know. It's not metal. I have found a metal one before. Guys, that was old Voyager beard comb. But this is like Bakelite, some kind of hard, plasticky, but it's old. And beside where I pulled that comb out, a round nail. Again, early 1900s, 1905, somewhere around there. Matches with that comb. So again, there's multiple layers of usage at this site, including right back to the axe head that I found, which was mid to late 1600s. Okay, just found something cool here. A China 4-hole button. I'll flip it around and show you guys. Manufactured from 1840 to the 1930s. And the plain ones like this without any design on them, these were made for men's work clothing, were all white, and they didn't have designs on them, the older ones. So this could go right back to the 1840s. I have never found a China button before. I found a few four-hole buttons, but that's a first for me. Another 1800s all day long. Broken. Everything's broken, unfortunately. Well, another piece of that fine copper strapping. Okay, so a China piece here with holes in it. I don't know what that would have been. Look at those beautiful old colors. Well, the tiniest chip of something here that had a fancy design on it. Some kind of pottery chinaware, glazed. What do we have here? Oh, that's a big old flat top. Fortunately, the guys at this site, they destroyed everything. They're like, oh yeah, let's just break it all. So this is this morning's pile. It's growing. All the glass stuff is here, some ceramic stuff, the comb, the odd copper strips, and then old food and metal can slaw stuff. Heavy duty, really heavy stuff. It's old, but the pile is growing.